Well, first of all, I want to thank you so much for having me today, James. I know I call you James and Jim. You go by Jim here, but this is what you're doing here is an incredible opportunity, not only for people on as guests to unpack, some very, very important aspects to who they are and why they're here, but also obviously to your listeners, to be able to be a part of that experience. And on that word experience, that's probably my final words, are really around this idea that all visionaries who I worked with, me included, really came here to bring forward experience, right? For us, it is about the experience, right? Between the two bookends of life and death. It's the experience we're having, and how can we bring meaning and purpose to that with intention, and how can we move things forward, right? How can we leave this planet, this place, better than we found it? And so for me, really, it is a reminder that, and I appreciate the words that you said about the book and that one particular piece, because what I always like to bring up when people ask me about that particular part of the book, because it seems to be a very popular story in the book, but is that I am no different and no better, more any greater at being, that eloquent, graceful person in difficult situation than anybody else. Maybe I've had a little bit more practice, but I'm human too. I think really what happened in that situation, which is kind of my point here that I'm about to make, is that with intention, all sorts of things are possible. We actually become entirely different people when we put intention into our words, into our lives, into our engagements with others. When we really apply that idea of, who am I? What do I have to offer? How do I want to offer that? How do I want to put that out into the world? How do I want to impact others? Right? And why? Why is that important? When we're really intentional about those things, then magical things really happen. I've had many stories in my own life and many stories within my clients' lives that they've shared with me around the power of intention. But I think really to understand that not only do we have that as a power, and a choice that we're making all the time, but that really our focus, not on the destination, but on the experience, right? On the journey in between, is what we're here to really enjoy, right? And so working hard doesn't mean we have to get rid of the joyous part. We can be diligent, we can be consistent, we can be all those things that allow us to move forward incrementally. And we can also do it joyously and with fun, and really focusing on the experience that we both want to create for others, but that we want to have for ourselves. So again, it was such a pleasurable time spending with you here on the meaningforge, and I hope that this conversation adds some value to other people's lives. That is always a big intention of mine, and I thank everybody for listening, and go out there and have a great experience in your life.